here we go.
Okay.
What is your name and where are you from?
Well, my name is Dick Groves and I'm born and bred in Essex, which is in the UK. But don't hold that against me.
Well,
thanks.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? And what do I do for work is the same thing, which is songwrite and music produce. And it used to be a passion of mine as a hobby, and now it's a full-time thing, so fun and work is the same for me.
Okay. What makes your music relevant to the music industry?
What makes it relevant? Well, I would say that good songwriting is something that everybody enjoys and hopefully will be appreciated through the years rather than just a flash in the pan. So I'm hoping to improve on my craft, and the songs that I write are actually going to become classics rather than just one-hit wonders.
How do you want your fans to feel when listening to your music?
Well, I expect I'd like them to feel impressed when they hear it and astonished that it's actually come from someone like me. But whether that will be the case or not, I don't really know.
And what is your favourite song?
That's almost an impossible question, really, because I go back so many years. I've heard so many songs over the years that have inspired me. It's difficult to really classify one in particular, but I would just say any song really that's been crafted beautifully and stays in your mind for a long time.
When did you fall in love with music?
You see, I've got to go back so many years to answer these questions. I suppose really the first time I took any notice of music was when I used to listen to Radio Caroline on the radio. I suppose I was in my early teens then, and because it was a pirate radio station, it seemed a bit naughty to listen to it. And every evening I'd put the radio on before going to bed. And I'm trying to think of some of the artists, but that was in the late 70s. I used to listen to that a lot. But that's really when I started to take notice of popular music.
And what is your favourite memory of performing music?
As a drummer, some would say that's not performing music, but lots of happy memories from back in the day. Dressed up as a gorilla all night playing the drums on a Guy Carnival night, that was good fun. Having to drink through a straw, but dancing with palm trees on the dance floor between sets. Lots of happy memories playing in a band called the Phoenix. But that's so long ago now that they've even pulled down the Phoenix Hotel where we were started playing, so I know it's sad, isn't it? There we are.
What's the favourite song you've written?
The most favourite song I've written? I always think that the best song is the last song. So at the moment, the song that is in my head is Hey Buddy, which is about to be released. And whereas the general public listen to it once, by the time they listen to it once, I've probably listened to it 1,000 times, of course, and spent hundreds of hours writing and producing it in the studio. But if I spend that much time on a song, I have to believe in it. And the time you've listened to it that many times, it stays in your head. So at the moment, I would say Hey Buddy, and that's featuring Simon Tricker.
Who are you as an artist?
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I?
I know a song about that.
Do you? I'm someone that's passionate about songwriting and music production in equal quantities really, and I'm hoping to make my name for myself in both areas. So I've got no intentions of being in the limelight as far as performing is concerned anymore. That's all in the past. But I'm happy to be a backroom boy, and would like to be remembered for some great songs and good music production.
Fantastic. And what was your first experience on stage?
On stage? Oh, well, that's back in the drumming days. And that was when someone knocked on my door at the age of 18 and asked me if it was true I could play the drums. And I went from listening to Black Sabbath and Deep Purple into playing in a country and western band. Happy days. I didn't know any of the songs that they did, but thanks to the rhythm guitarist who would turn around and look at me on stage and start playing the rhythm. Slow, medium or fast would be the key, and I would start playing drums to the rhythm guitarist, and off we went, and we'd make it up as we went. And never earned so much money in all my life playing, but that was a long while ago. That was probably 1978 when I started in that band. But they're my first memories.
And what artists would you like to work with?
I would very much like to work with Quincy Jones. He's my hero when it comes to music production, but I don't suppose that's ever going to happen. But I listened to his music even back in the early 80s when really most people hadn't even heard of him, and his CDs, was it Back on the Block and Q's Juke Joint, they were favourites of mine for many years and continue to be, because they're so diverse, the different styles of songs on there, and of course world-class artists and recording artists and musicians, which always helps the song along. But he's my hero by a long chalk.
And who is your favourite artist and why?
I'll go back to Quincy Jones then. I know he's not a recording artist, but he is a producer, and he is the person I would most like to emulate in years to come.
And what is your favourite quote about life?
My favourite quote would have to be, imagination is more important than knowledge. And that was a chap called Albert Einstein that came up with that one. And I've lived by that for many years now in the hope that it will come true. That was a good answer, wasn't it?
Very good answer. Very good. If I looked at your iPod right now, what songs would be on it?
If you looked at my iPod right now, you wouldn't know whether you were coming or going, because there's everything on there, from 70s soul, 70s disco, 80s new wave, right through to the present day. And of course there's a few of my own songs on there as well, but a real mishmash of different styles, and that's probably why over the years I've written many styles, because I haven't grown up with only one genre of music in my mind.
And finally, what is the song that you just can't get out of your head right now?
I've already mentioned it once. Am I going to plug it again? Hey Buddy. Featuring Simon Tricker. Don't forget. But that's the one that's just about to be released, and I've spent so much time working on the production of it, and I think, well, I would say that it's my song, but personally I think it's a well-crafted song, and hopefully the public will think so too.
Well, thank you. The end of the interview.
Is that it?
That's it.
Well, that was easy. And here we are at the Oak Studio once again.